One thing I wanted to say about places like Cabo San Lucas, they get the reputation for being very touristy and aimed at Europeans, Americans, Canadians, and that is partially true. But I've discovered out of all my years of traveling to Mexico and other parts of Latin America, it all depends where you go. Like before I ever came here, I had an idea and a vision in my head of how this place would be, just like Puerto Vallarta or Cancun. I had a certain image in my head of how it would be, but I ended up really liking those places. And Puerto Vallarta has become one of my favorite spots, just like Cabo. And it all depends on where you stay, where you go to eat, where you go to hang, and you don't really have to spend a lot of money. Like right now, we have a room through Airbnb, which is about $60 a night. So this is the room we got through Airbnb here in Cabo San Lucas. It costs about, I'd say $60 a night, roughly 62, 63. And for Cabo, that's a really good deal. I mean, that cost is a little more than what we usually spend, especially Mexico. Normally we spend 25 to 30, but for Cabo, this is a steal. I mean, look at this place. We used to stay at Marta Cortez, which we do like. It's a nice hotel, but over the years it's gotten so popular that, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Over the years it's gotten so popular that now they're charging 80 to 85 a night. And this place comes with a pool, so does Marta Cortez. But I don't know, you have a little more privacy here. They're condos and apartments as opposed to a hotel. And it's right near everything. It's right near Squid Row, Senor Frogs, the Happy End Bar, all the places like to ring in New Year's, Cabo Azul. Basically all the nightlife spots, and the beach is, I'd say, a 15-minute walk from here. Everything's within walking distance, and you can also catch the buses from here. But we stayed here last year and we had such a great time. The location, the price, everything's good. And like I said, the place can't be beat. It has a pool. It's not heated, but it does have a pool. Unfortunately, we got in late, so it's kind of cold, so I don't think we'll be getting in tonight. But we've been on the bus for going on a day and a half now, so I'm gonna get comfortable, shave, get something to eat, and oh, and I forgot, they give you welcoming beers. Thanks for reminding me about that. Corona Extra. I mean, Corona's not my favorite beer, but it's free, it's welcoming, so I ain't tripping. They hook you up with the coffee. Last time they didn't give us coffee or sugar or filters, so that's a welcome bonus. They even give you tea. I brought my own, but that's cool. You have a hot plate, your own kitchen sink, so you can get your cook on. Oh, and you have closet space, and you have your own personal little safe, so you can store all your pesos, your Skrilla, your cheddar cheese. Anyway, I recommend the spot, Roca Vista, Airbnb. Don't sleep on Airbnb, because they have some good deals in a lot of places where sometimes the hotels cost a lot, especially here in Cabo. I definitely recommend you check with them before you check with any of the regular hotels. We don't stay at resorts. You know, a lot of people come to Cabo and that's what they do. We stay at hotels, and Marta Cortez is a Mexican-run hotel. Like I said, I highly recommend that place. Baja Backpackers is also a hostel around the corner from here that we recommend. But they've also jacked up their prices, and you're pretty much paying $30 a dorm bed, which for us comes to $60 when you get a private room. Over there, you don't get a private room for that price. So those were my go-to spots. And also Oasis Hotel, if you're in a bad situation and you need a place to stay, it's right next to the bus stop. I don't recommend it though, because it's run like a prison and they have all kind of rules. Even when you check out, they go up to your room and make sure that you didn't break anything. They check the bed sheets, make sure you didn't steal the pillows. I don't know, it's just run like a prison. And we almost missed our bus last time, and they didn't let us hang on the balcony and smoke. They didn't let us sit next to the pool. I understand not getting in the pool after a certain time, but just to sit out in the lounge areas, they didn't even allow that. And the guy kept yelling across the way. He didn't even come over and tell us, the security guard kept yelling like that it's late and we can't be talking, but he's yelling all the way across, telling us this, because it's quiet time. Anyhow, it's a good place, it's clean, it's $30, the cheapest you're gonna get in Cabo.
but I don't recommend it because it's run like a prison. But if you got no other options or you're trying to save some pesos, I'll go with that. But anyway, this is my spot.
60 bucks a night. It's a little more than I normally spend in Latin America, but it's still cheaper than the $1,000 a night, $500 a night. And yes, some rooms do run out here for a G and above at the resorts, especially in the tourist corridor. I mean, Cabo has like some of the most expensive rooms in Mexico. But it's all about where you stay. There's deals to be had, and same thing with eating. You don't have to eat at one of these fancy restaurants in the marina or some of the other places geared towards tourists. You just gotta know where to go.
That's the business.
Yummy goodness. All of this looks bomb. I had a misconception about this place before I ever came, and I'm glad that I did give it a try, and it turned out to be really cool. Just like I said, Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, any of those other main big resort destinations, you just gotta know where to go. Behind me is the Mar de Cortez Hotel, which we've stayed at many years when we come down here to Cabo, but recently after they did several repairs, they have steadily been upping the price. It used to cost about $65 to $70 a night to stay there, but after they did all the remodeling, they started charging $85, $90, which is very steep for our budget. And then when we found cheaper places on Airbnb, we started going there instead. But I highly recommend this hotel. It won't break the bank. Under $100 is still pretty cheap for a pretty spacious room. It has a pool, it has a pretty nice restaurant on site, and they even opened a coffee shop now. So I still highly recommend the place. It's just that the spot we have at Airbnb is a lot cheaper. But if you ever come to Cabo and you need a room, I highly recommend Mar de Cortez. It's still one of our go-to spots. So right now I'm at the marina in Cabo San Lucas. There's a shopping mall. It's called Puerto Palacio. Switching back and forth between Spanish and English fucks me up sometime. Anyhow, this is like the ritzy part of Cabo, along with the tourist corridor. But this is near Playa El Medano. And basically you have a bunch of American shops, Haagen-Dazs, Forever 21. Like I said, they have a luxury shopping mall. And then you have all the boats in the marina. And the only reason I ever come over here is to get to the beach. So you have to walk through here to get to Playa El Medano, which is a nice beach in itself. And also from there you can get boats over to Playa del Amor and Playa del Divorcio, which is Divorce Beach and Lovers Beach, which are very nice. And you can also see Los Arcos, which is the arch. There's a lot of restaurants and stuff over here if you're into that kind of thing, but they're kind of on the pricey side. And it's not really like my cup of tea as far as food comes when it comes to Mexico, because it's more Americanized type places. But you know, it's a cool place to stroll through. And if you're into shopping or more ritzy restaurants, it's a nice area to have a bite to eat. A lot of people do eat over here, but it's very pricey. And like I said, the food is more geared towards Americans. So if you're into that kind of thing, you might dig it. But if you want authentic Mexican food or the bomb taco spots, I'd recommend eating more within the town. I just use it as to get from point A to point B, which is the beach. One thing Mexico has no shortage of is generic pharmacies where you can get your dick hardening pills like Viagra or Cialis so that you can stay fuerte y duro all night long. You know what I'm talking about? From the marina you can also take boats over to Playa del Amor, even though I recommend actually going to Playa El Medano and catching one from there because it's a lot cheaper than doing it through the tour companies over here. So that's a travel tip if you come to Cabo, save some pesos. And also you can take a sunset cruise, aka a boost cruise from here, like the pirate ship over there. Basically they blast a bunch of music and for like 2 or 3 hours you can pretty much drink all you can drink off the ship, get fucked up, get plastered, and they take you out near the El Arco and out into the bay of Playa El Medano. And basically it's just for drinking and partying. And if you're into that kind of thing, it's cool to do. I've done it in Puerto Vallarta. After a while though, the music gets overbearing and you know, sometimes the actual tour guides start getting drunk and singing. And anyway, if that's your thing, you know, the liquor's cool, all you can drink. But anyhow, so you can catch tours from here. But like I said, I recommend if you're gonna go to Lovers Beach to get a lancha from Playa Medano instead of doing it from here in the marina. And when you walk through, you'll have a bunch of touts trying to get you to sign up for timeshares, to get you to sign up for cruises and tours and stuff. I'd recommend not doing it through them unless you're absolutely pressed for time, but you're gonna pay more. So there goes one of the boost cruises I'm talking about, sunset cruises. And like I said, basically you just get on, and a lot of times they have all you can drink alcohol and beer, and they play music and basically just party.
Perfect.
That for sure is a glass bottom boat. See through the whole thing.
Por el arco, chicos, chicas, por el arco.
Perfect.
So this is Playa El Medano, and from here you can catch a tour boat, a glass bottom boat, over to Los Arcos, where you can get some cool pictures and some views of the entire bay. And also you can catch a boat to Lover's Beach, like I said, and then there's Divorce Beach on the other side. But this is where I recommend you do it from, because you'll save a lot more money than getting it from the marina. Even though it's right around the corner, they charge you more. And here you can deal directly with the actual boat guides, the captains of the boat, instead of dealing with a middleman. And behind me is Playa El Medano, and it's a really nice beach, especially if you're into people watching and you love seeing girls get fucked up and having stuff spilling out all over the place. This is the spot. The water's nice too, and it's pretty, and it's usually warm and not too rough for swimming. Anyway, it's one of my favorite places in Mexico to people watch. We're gonna go get in the water and have a michelada or some more beer, even though I'm still recovering from last night. As you can see, as you get closer to the different clubs like Mango Deck, it starts to get a lot busier than where we were further down. It's a group of people over here. But if you're not into this and you want some space, some privacy, you can hang out right where the marina begins. That strip is pretty empty and desolate usually, but over here it's always cracking. See, these are one of the boats, one of the lanchas I'm talking about, that you could take directly to Lovers Beach. No, thank you. You can take them directly to Lovers Beach, and it's a lot cheaper to get the boats from here at Playa El Medano than it is to get one from the marina. Because like I said, you'll end up paying a tour guide, and there's a middleman involved. Here you can directly deal with the actual boat operator, and it's a lot cheaper.
Entonces, ¿sabes cómo es? Lo van a hacer de esta manera. One by one, uno por uno.
Gracias.
Se paran aquí en la arena. Oye,
cheers.
Gracias,